Hello, this is Courtney. You can call me Floyd if you want to. Whatever, it's fine. Just don't call me late for dinner. And today we're going to be talking about Sir Francis Bacon. Now, you may be wondering, but Bluey, what is the context behind this? Well, my world history teacher, Miss Fredrickson, she's a real boss. She made us do a project, which is to take a person from the Renaissance time period and to do a project about why they matter today. And I chose Sir Francis Bacon. So without further ado, let's get started. Now you may be wondering, who was Francis Bacon? He was a lawyer, a servant to royals, and also a philosopher. He was also a proclaimed scientist that changed how we do science, and he was also an author. I guess you could say he's quite a Renaissance man. Francis Bacon was born in London, England in 1561, and his parents were very important to political and cultural life in England. His father and maternal grandfather served for royals, and he studied law at Gray's Inn. He went to France, but after his father passed away, he returned to Gray's Inn after serving in France, and became a barrister, which is a specific type of lawyer. His early career started with literary works that included affairs with the state. But his real career debuted with his first election to Parliament in 1584. He sought a position at court and became Queen's Counsel under Queen Elizabeth I. But Bacon sought for higher positions under the Earl of Essex. Now, the Earl of Essex and Bacon were, I guess you could say friends, but they weren't that really good friends. On the first anniversary of the Queen's coronation, a speech was performed by Bacon. Bacon received many favors from the Earl, even prosecuting him for treason. And, And because of this, Bacon was criticized for ungrateful betrayal to England. After being criticized for working for royals, Bacon started his career as a philosopher. Bacon was very interested and had a passion in science. He criticized other scientists for relying too heavily on ancient thinkers, and Bacon created a new method to use science that we still use today. This is the method. Bacon insulted and criticized other scientists for listening to ancient thinkers such as Aristotle and such. He created his own new method for using science. His theory was that we experiment and then we draw conclusions. This practice has been renamed as a scientific method and used in modern-day science. In his later life, Bacon was at a high point of his career in 1621. He spent time in prison for accepting bribes by the High Court, and along with being in prison, he was also fined. The last 4 years of his life were dedicated to his writings. Okay, now this is my favorite part. I don't know, but I researched a lot about this. I knew about this, and this is specifically why I chose Sir Francis Bacon. In the last year of his life, Bacon designed another experiment with a friend. Bacon tried to find out certain ways to preserve poultry and meat, and came up with the idea for freezing it. It was April, but it was like winter. He bought a hen from a local shop and stuffed it with snow around and inside it, making the world's first frozen chicken. If the chicken experiment went well, Bacon would have never known. He caught a chill from being in the cold for too long, and this chill later became pneumonia. And Bacon died later in April 1626. I kind of feel bad that he couldn't see how well his experiment progressed. Maybe wondering, but Bluey, why does he matter? Shut up, I'm gonna explain. Bacon invented the modern way we do and think about science and politics. His scientific method is now used in schools and sciences, and is common for science experiments all over the globe. And, you could say that his chicken experiment was successful, because frozen meat and poultry is now a common way to preserve meat, and what resulted in this experiment is now sold in grocery stores all over the world. Yes, even Walmart. Here's some fun facts. Bacon's family also served for royals, his father being Lord Keeper and Great Seal under Elizabeth I, and his maternal grandfather serving as a tutor for Edward V1. I don't know. I don't know Roman numerals. Don't make fun of me, please. Francis Bacon's chicken experiment is mentioned in the musical Something Rotten in the song Welcome to the Renaissance. In Highgate, London, a spectral chicken is seen wandering the streets. This is the ghost of the chicken Bacon used for his preservation experiment. These were the sources that I used mostly. This is the link. And, yeah. And here's some related links. You don't have to go ahead and see these, but if you want to, go ahead and search them up on YouTube. Welcome to the Renaissance is actually the song where Bacon's chicken experiment is actually, mentioned. So if you want to go ahead, check that out. And the Highgate chicken ghost is actually the ghost of the chicken that Sir Francis Bacon used for his preservation experiment. So if you want to go ahead and learn about a headless chicken, a literal headless chicken, go ahead and click that link. Credits: text and pictures, me, resources, biography, and YouTube. Program used: Microsoft PowerPoint. Recording by me, provided for the class of 2025, aka freshman year. And yes, you! Thank you for listening and paying attention to all my hard work. You are so based and cool. Oh my god! Thanks for watching, I guess.